Good evening, everyone. Look at the happy faces. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all ready. You got. I smell the turkey. I smell the gravy. I smell the sweet potato pie. Everything. But before that, guys, and everybody in the chat, we do have breaking news with a trade. Everybody, you guys are going to be talking about it. Have a blast, have fun. You want to tell jokes, everybody, go right ahead. I will be on off the air until the very end, and then I'm going to come on and speak to each and every one of you for the Thanksgiving holiday. So enjoy, guys. You have jokes, you have everything. I will bring you up on the screen, and everyone, again, have fun. And Evan, take the lead. You are the man. And again, guys, thank you so much and have fun.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. All right, guys. First of all, happy early Thanksgiving to everybody here. Johnny, Sean, everybody in the chat. We got some interesting news earlier today. We found out that free agent pitcher Dylan Cease has agreed to a 7-year, $210 million contract with the Toronto Blue Jays. Pretty big contract. Pretty much, I don't know how exactly the Blue Jays got this deal done this early, but they did. I guess Cease wasn't acquiring too much interest from other teams, or the Blue Jays wanted to act quickly before the price went up. But right now we're seeing some increasing trends and prices in some of these free agent pitchers. We saw Sonny Gray go to the Red Sox. We saw Dylan Cease now go to the Blue Jays. So the price is only going to go up for these free agent pitchers, especially the Japanese guys. You have your Satsuma Imais, you have your Tariq Skubals if you want to trade for him, Paul Skeens, and other guys on the market as well, like Freddie Peralta. So we'll see what happens. Now we have two teams in the AL East looking to upgrade big time with their pitching staffs, and hopefully the Yankees can act quickly with their moves. I think that they still have to be smart with their moves. They can't just react right away, although we want them to be aggressive. So what's going on, guys? How are you? And what do you guys think about this deal, and how does it improve the AL East?
Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Happy to see you guys. And happy early Thanksgiving. So with this trade, first of all, Blue Jays overpaid by a lot. I'm not complaining as a Yankee fan. If that means it ties up money and they can't improve elsewhere, I'm all for it. But for the Blue Jays, they overpaid. I'm hearing people in between. There's no middle of the road of this. It's either people are saying they love it or they hate it. I'm being a little more positive. I feel like this might be a little more beneficial for the Blue Jays. Obviously, he's not an ace pitcher. He's gonna be more of a middle of the lineup of their pitching rotation.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is gonna be a benefit. They're only 2 outs from winning the World Series this year. I feel like this is gonna be a benefit. I know his numbers weren't the best last year, but I feel confident this is going to help improve the team.
I agree. I definitely agree. You have to take into account they have Trey Savage, they have Chris Bassett, some other guys as well that are coming up in their farm systems. And, it should be an interesting fit for them. Cease is a good pitcher, no doubt. But, I saw a stat earlier. Let me just get to it really quickly before Sean goes. Dylan Cease has a career 6.04 ERA against the Red Sox and a 5.34 ERA against our Yankees. So a pretty interesting stat there. Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, and happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Before I go on my Dylan Cease take, let me give a toast to the chat with this eggnog. And then,
he brought
happy
the
Thanksgiving
eggnog.
to everybody.
Oh, Sean brought the eggnog. Okay.
But now that that's settled, like I was saying earlier when the news broke, it's not a problem. I mean, this guy's gonna get cooked. He's good pitcher, but he's a lot more hype than he is. He's on the back end of his career, and yeah, the Blue Jays overpaid, so that's not my problem. And hey, it may make it easier too. Plus, here's the thing: it makes it easier, takes them out of the running for a May.
Yep.
And so that's just one less team that we got to compete for. to get the service of a Japanese stud. But yeah, I mean, Dylan Cease is a good pitcher, but he really hasn't lived up to the hype that surrounds him. He's got the hype of a ace, um, but he's a 3-4, like Johnny was saying. He's a 3-4 starter with the hype of an ace.
I totally agree. What's going on, George?
What's up,
Welcome,
Evan?
welcome.
What's up?
How
What's
are
up,
you?
George?
And
Good.
what do you make of this Dylan Cease signing with Toronto?
Overpay, 100%. Mr. Overrated over there. I mean, if you're pitching with a 4.55 ERA in San Diego, you're doing something wrong. San Diego's arguably the easiest park to pitch in, and you can't succeed there. I mean, I'm very glad the Yankees didn't sign him because he has one of the highest fly ball rates of any pitcher. You put that in Yankee Stadium, that's a huge problem. I see people whining that the Yankees couldn't go after him. He's not who I would want. A fly ball heavy pitcher can't keep the ball in the park. Why would you put him in one of the worst stadiums to pitch in for fly ball pitchers? So, 100%. Let Toronto have him. I think this is a hell of an overpay. 7 years too. Are you kidding me, Toronto? That is way too much you're giving him. Not my problem anymore. It never was my problem to begin with, but that's going to blow up in their face. That is an issue right there. And besides, I mean, the rotation isn't great still there. Barrios is 50-50 if he's going to be good. And even if he is good, is a question of whether he's going to get hurt or not. Gosman, he's pretty good. Savage is going to be a problem. Bieber can be hit or miss. I see a lot of people hyping him up, but I honestly could see that blow up in their face. But the huge one is Cease is going to just blow up in their face. 100%. You can't succeed in San Diego. You can't succeed anywhere as a pitcher.
Right. And then the Yankees already have a fly ball heavy power pitcher and Carlos Rodon, who has since adjusted his pitching repertoire and his strategy. And
Right.
we don't need another one.
Yeah.
All these teams in our division have power, right? The Yankees won the Silver Slugger Award. The Yankees hit home runs. That's what they do best. And because he has a career ERA 5.34 against the Yankees, I don't really understand why they would go 7 years for Cease. I would have gone 3 to 4 years, definitely not 7. That's the type of contract that you think a guy like Bellinger would get. A hefty price. It's kind of like trading for Tariq Skubal. Instead, this is a signing, but it's kind of like equal value if you look at it. And I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's going to be worth it in the long run. And I don't certainly think that it's going to be good for them right away. It could be worth it. I mean, he does have a no-hitter. He's shown signs of being great, but he's not very consistent. He had one great year and then one bad year. Overall, I don't think it's going to be the best. And just like Mr. Met said, he has a high walk rate. It's not very good.
Yeah.
And then go ahead, George.
Oh, well, Bryce has been talking about Tucker now. I definitely see it, Bryce. I think, the executive polls came out today, really just high esteem executives on the team polling on who they think will sign where. And the consensus was Bellinger isn't coming back. The consensus was we're going to get Tucker. Here's the reason they came to that conclusion. I'll break it down real quick. There is a higher demand for Bellinger because he is not only cheaper, but he actually put up better numbers than Tucker last year. There's no injury history. He could play good outfield. He could play all 3 outfield spots at a plus level, and he could play first base at a plus level. So there's a higher demand for Bellinger, meaning there's actually more competition for Cody Bellinger than there is for Kyle Tucker. More teams are going to be calling Kyle Tucker's name, not only because he's versatile, but because he is cheaper, Cody Bellinger. He, in my opinion, might be the best player on the market right now. Now, the thing with that Bryce is talking about with the talks of Tucker and the Yankees heating up, people are picking the executive polls. They're saying that Tucker will go to the Yankees because they know damn well if Bellinger walks, if he goes somewhere else, the Yankees are almost 100% getting Kyle Tucker, and there is no other choice for Brian Cashman. No other choice. You're telling me if we let Bellinger walk, think of the lineup. It's the same thing as last year minus Cody Bellinger. That's a huge problem. So the reason that the talks with Tucker and the Yankees are heating up, it's because they see Bellinger as that hot of a commodity. They see basically most teams in baseball would be willing to make that splash, and he would fit in most lineups. That's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And I could
Yeah.
see it happening. I could 100% see it happening.
I mean, because the Mets need a guy like Kyle Tucker now, they need a guy like Bellinger. The price only goes up from here. I could definitely see the Yankees maybe going a little bit higher than they need to be for Tucker. I mean, we had Hal's comments the other day saying that he doesn't want to increase the payroll, but if he has to go a little bit higher than what he wants, then it will happen. It's just depending on what the market is. If Bellinger wants to come back at a good price that the Yankees see fit, then I do think that they will bring him back. If not, then Kyle Tucker depends on what they want to give him. Plus, what do the Mets want to give him? We know the Mets will go down to the wire for this, and they're going to be aggressive as well. And there are other outfielders too, like Stephen Kwan is available, and Brendan Donovan also as well. But we need a lot of things on this team. We need to improve in a lot of ways, and
Mm-hmm.
we need to get better. There's no excuse here. Cashman needs to do a better job of finding talent, of determining whether Spencer Jones is the guy, Jason Dominguez. If not, trading them away. You really need to have a clear plan here, and it starts right now.
Yeah, Dominguez is done. Dominguez is not coming back to this team next year. Brian Cashman has made that fully picture perfect. He has made that crystal clear that Jason Dominguez is not going to be a Yankee next year. He's saying we have vacancies in the outfield. Now, this is not me saying that Dominguez is a bad player and should be traded. This is me saying that there are obvious signs, and literally Cashman almost saying it word from word, that Jason Dominguez will not be a Yankee next year. So you do have that hole to fill too. This is not us saying that Dominguez isn't good enough. This is us simply saying that he will be traded 100%.
Right.
I agree.
And then I'm just laughing at Real Bill's comment about the countdown to turkeys everywhere. Um, However, and here's the thing I see is that the Yankees have no confidence or no trust in Dominguez's development in the major leagues. And the reason I say that is this. Last year, they brought him up to pretty much sway this little sight game of, hey, compete with this Verdugo who was just really terrible in the left field. I mean, he was fielding fine, but he couldn't hit. And then they brought Dominguez up, and then they did this little experiment with left field. Then they gave it to him in spring training, left field. And Cody and Trent Grisham go on these crazy career highs. So then he becomes fourth outfielder, and then barely gets any playing time down the stretch. You tell me, is that the front office not having trust in this development, or they just don't like that they just kind of gotten away from him?
It's a tough spot they were in last year.
They
Mhm.
really need his confidence.
People were upset down the stretch last year, but I mean, you look at this, you looked at the lineup, man. You couldn't take Judge out of the lineup, and when Judge got hurt and could not play right field, Stanton was carrying the team on his back. You're not taking him out of the lineup. You had to play him in right field. You couldn't take Grisham out of the lineup. He was the one hitting those huge homers for you. You couldn't take Bellinger out of the lineup. Bellinger was the glue having this lineup flow from top to bottom. There was no seat at the table for Dominguez. But I'll add to the thing that Cashman does not see it in the kid. Cashman does not see a future with the Yankees in Dominguez, which, take it how you want it. How I see that, I'm not going to cry over it. I'm going to see that we have one of the best trade pieces in baseball now. I know a lot of people, there's people who some reason don't agree. You could call all 30 MLB teams and they will be interested in Jason Dominguez.
Yeah. Jason Dominguez is definitely a high-valued player. Like we said last year, they ruined his confidence. They didn't keep him in the outfield. They didn't let him grow. People were saying, "Oh my God, Dominguez is so bad. He's terrible. He can't catch a fly ball. He can't throw it to the right base."
Mm-hmm.
How about you give him more of a sample size? I remember in the middle of the year,
Right.
he was hitting over 300 in the leadoff spot when he had a 5-game winning streak. And then what happened? Boom! It's like he vanished like a cloud in dust. He just went away. And no offense to Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham, thank you for what you've done. You're here for 1 year, $22 million. Fine. But I don't know, guys. It seems like a bad cause and effect team right now. And the fact that they didn't give Dominguez more time, that led to them playing Grisham, and then it led to them thinking that Grisham was going to decline the qualifying offer. He accepts it. Now we're on the books for 1 year, $22 million, and we don't
Right.
have a clear pass. So it really is a joke. But thank you
Yeah.
guys for coming here tonight, 9:17 p.m. You're on the East Coast. A lot of stuff to talk about. Thanksgiving Eve. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, everybody. Victor, thank you for the super chat, my man. Thank you.
Victor.
He says, "Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Stay blessed." Yep, you too, Victor. Thank you, man. Little shout out to Third Floor Podcast. Victor, he does a lot of great stuff over there. Shout out to him. Go subscribe to his platform. Talks about the Yankees, talks about everything. So, a great guy here.
Yeah.
The channel. So, thank you.
Yeah. We really
Um,
appreciate it. But go ahead, Johnny.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. If I could just go back to pitching, with the Blue Jays getting Dylan Cease, the Red Sox getting Sonny Gray, do you think that increases our chances of a possibly getting Amaya?
Yes.
Plus, he doesn't want to play for the Dodgers too. He made it.
Right.
There's another team that's down.
Well, there's
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things. Yes, his comments about wanting to beat the Dodgers, and not playing for other teams with other Japanese stars. So then that rules out about half the league. Then also you got you got all these different moves. So this move with the Blue Jays made that takes him out of the running, and then with the Sonny Gray going to the Red Sox, that potentially takes him out of the running. So there's less teams. It's because I don't see MA going to anywhere in the National League West, or for that matter NL West, but maybe a couple teams might be in the running for him for there. But they already got people that are linking. Yankees are highly favorites to land MA, however you say his first name. But
Yep.
and then I believe one of the people he looked up to was Tanaka, and then Matsui. So
Yeah. No, that would be an amazing signing for the Yankees. He's a guy I think that would translate well over into the majors. Obviously, you have to worry about some of the off-speed stuff transferring over, but honestly, I don't think it's a big problem. I think Matt Blake can get a lot out of a guy like Satsuma Imai, and I think that would be a great investment for the Yankees. Celia, welcome to the chat. Thank you. She says, when you think about it, Belly and Judge were the main two stars on that team. If Belly walks, they almost have to get Tucker. I do like the names you mentioned, though.
yeah,
That's very true. That is very
I
true.
mean,
I don't like the name she mentioned, but you do. I agree with Celia that you have to jump on. You have to jump on Tucker.
So, George, you
right.
think Tucker's the guy that we have to get if Belly goes? You think
Oh,
he's like
100%. Are you kidding me? You're gonna lose that production of Bellinger, and you're gonna expect to run. You're gonna expect the lineup from last year to run it back without their second best player.
right?
That's insanity. That's just nuts right there. And I know people are down on Tucker, but the reason he didn't do what we think, like when what a lot of people expected last year, it's because he was hurt. He played injured last season, guys. Let me find the stats up first. Let me find his batting average by month, but you can clearly see he
Yeah.
he started out in Chicago. Let me read you his average. So March 323, first month in Chicago, absolutely crushed it. Second month, April 264, respectable. Had a lot more hits, a lot more power. In May 287, another solid average. Kyle Tucker isn't a big average guy, so a 287 average, that is considered well for Tucker. Then we go to June, his best month, 311. He hit 5 homers, 13 RBIs. He walked 13 times, really good year. Then in July, this is when the injuries started to happen. He dropped to 218. Then in August, he was still battling injury, 244. It hit a climax in in September it just all fell off, 158. So the thing to take away from this, pre All-Star break, he batted 280. Post All-Star break, he batted 233. So this is a guy who is battling injuries all season, but when he was on the field, when he was at 100%, he was that guy. He's a 5-tool player. What I really like with Bellinger, his walk rate is incredibly high, which is something the Yankees need. His strikeout rate is low. His chase rate is low. That is just something we need in the lineup. We need people who just need to not strike out. We had way too many of that last year.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then if I can reference Star Wars for a minute, we need a guy that's going to bring some balance to the lineup. And Kyle Tucker is one of those guys to do it. And he's a big fish out there, obviously. And if we were to land him, I mean, without Kyle Tucker, our lineup hinges on 2 people, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Right? We got a lot of free swingers in between them. Or around them, right? But those guys are going to be consistently carrying the team. You put Kyle Tucker in that lineup, regardless, when we figure out who can lead off. But can you imagine Aaron Judge, Kyle Tucker, Giancarlo Stanton, Ben Rice, and then you figure out the rest?
Chisholm, Grisham too.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
That's
you throw
a great
Grisham
lineup,
there.
Sean. You hit the nail right on the head, Sean.
Yeah,
I'll take
And
you a
so-
step further, and I'll get even crazier, Sean. I'll get even crazier. You got your outfield full. Your outfield's Grisham, Judge, Tucker, Bellinger's at first base. You're blocking Spencer Jones and Dominguez. You go crazy with the trade, and you get Tarek Skubal. And then, I know that's a stretch. That's a huge stretch right there. But if you're talking about signing Bellinger, even if you just signed Bellinger, you're still blocking paths for Jones and Dominguez. It's 100% worth trading because Spencer Jones is 25, going on 26, and he has not played an inning of Major League Baseball. He is wasting away in AAA. What are we doing? We have this 5-tool talent in Jason Dominguez on the bench as well. Trade them. Trade them. And the caliber of player you can get for Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, and company is a Tarek Skubal. I'm fully confident that the Tigers would pull the trigger on that trade. He is on the block. He's going into that contract year. The Tigers are not going to pay him. It is fully aware that he is on the block. Now's the time. Strike while the iron's hot. And that's an all-in offseason. That is a statement offseason. We have the lineup that Sean brought up, but then we also have the rotation when fully healthy because Rodon and Cole probably not ready opening day. But as we get into mid-spring, early April, we're looking at Cole, Skubal, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler. And then at the 6th and the 7th, if you want to have a bigger rotation, maybe ease Cole back into his role, stretch out his starts. You got Will Warren and Luis Gil to break it up. Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
With that
No.
roster, that team? Give me that, guys. Come on. You have to see the vision. Have to see the vision.
Can you see the light? Yeah, we want to see it. We want to see it.
But that's not going to
Oh, yeah.
happen, of course.
Yeah, I don't see Skubal being
Yeah.
traded.
I don't.
The
Yeah,
Tigers, that fan base will riot if they do that because he has 1 year left on his contract, but they still have opportunity to get back in the playoffs and be competitive.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Only way I could see him move, and they want to not lose out on anything, is maybe at the trade deadline, but they're still not going to get much for that. So I feel like they're just going to rock it for this season.
Right. Yeah. I don't see him going anywhere unless it's in the trade deadline.
Yeah,
But
he's not
I
being
mean,
traded in my opinion.
I see us getting in May, and I see us getting Okamoto from Japan. But how would you guys feel about a Stephen Kwan trade
Uh,
to fortify that leadoff spot?
I I wouldn't mind it. Just depends on what you're gonna have to give up. I assume it would be pitching, maybe a
Yeah,
Warren guy, maybe some like another pitcher, Selvage or Hess
yeah.
or
I like
something like
Warren.
that.
I,
I don't
I
know.
would
I like
send
Warren.
Warren, and like Dominguez.
I
Oh,
might honestly want to keep Warren. I'm going to turn Will Warren into my Luke Weaver project. I'm going to
Okay.
turn Will Warren into what Luke Weaver was at his peak. That's my project, but I really do like the idea of Quan. So maybe instead of the crazy idea we had with Tucker, Bellinger, Scoople, what if you go the route Bellinger, Quan? How do you pronounce the Japanese guy's last name, the pitcher?
In May.
Ime. That's
Yeah.
that's what you can do. You go Bellinger, Quan, Ime. That's a route you can take, and that's an offseason I would be very satisfied with.
but then where do you play Grisham?
Grisham would
Oh,
play
Grisham
center.
center.
Belly would play
Juan is your
first.
left fielder.
Quan's a
Quan,
platinum glove left fielder. He's the best out there.
but if you have Bellinger too,
Put him at first.
play him
Yeah,
at
we're
first.
still
So then
missing a
where's
first
Ben Rice?
baseman.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
Ben Rice is catching.
Rice is catching.
Rice is catching. Okay, all right. Just
I could get with that actually. I
Quan's
like
a
that.
fantastic defender too, guys. This is, I mean, this is a fantastic defender, Stephen Kwan out there in left field.
he's
He's
great.
won multiple gold gloves. He might have even won a platinum glove in recent years. And then you mentioned the contact. It's just next level.
Either
Yeah,
way,
you
you
put
can't
him
go
right in
wrong.
front of Judge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either way, you can't go wrong. If you get somebody that fills both needs, if we do get Bellinger back, I wouldn't mind him being our leadoff hitter. Either way you think about it, maybe defensive wise, you can't go wrong. Last year we had the best offensive outfield, and we had a great defensive outfield. Judge, Bellinger, Grisham. I mean, if you have Stephen Kwan, I think that's great too. If you have Bellinger, that's cool. And then Spencer Jones is an amazing defender too, waiting to come up if he gets the chance. So
Yeah, but I mean that's our fourth outfielder, a rookie like Spencer Jones, who you can use to spell, and he can develop and learn from three elite outfielders.
yeah, no, definitely. Want to say what's going on to the chat? What's going on, Chef Nick? What's up, Chef Nick? Hope you're having a great night
Hey,
at
what's
work.
up?
Thank you for being here during your
Nick.
rookie season. He says, very thankful for you guys in the community and my co-host brothers pulling in all nighter here. Oh wow, Chef, that's really cool. I know your job requires a lot of hours and time, and don't forget about us. So thank you for not forgetting about us. We appreciate you. Remember, opportunity cost, time, money, value, and live streaming. That's what it's all about here. So thank
hey,
you, Chef.
hey, that's not just Chef Nick. That's Chef Nick, the total package.
Chef Nick is the total package. That's what he is. He can provide you anything that he needs. He's there in a blink of an eye. So we appreciate you, Chef. You're the best. Have a great Thanksgiving. You are great. Thank you. All right, let's see what else we got here. Michael Dorbug says the Knicks won 129-101. They dominated the Hornets most of the game. Yep, good for the Knicks.
Yep.
Good 2 wins for them in a row. Bryce says Tucker's way better, not even close. I'm assuming he's talking about Tucker versus either Quan or Bellinger. Okay, I can see that. Rice is going to be the first baseman.
Yeah, Michael, I think
What's up?
I think Michael that Grish was just put at the leadoff spot because there was no one really better.
We really didn't have an option because
Yeah,
Cody Bellinger was the only guy other than Ben Rice that you could have between Judge and Stanton and keep that lefty righty going. So then we knew we weren't gonna put Volpe in the leadoff spot because once he cools down, he's done. So
no, yeah,
you had no other option other than Grisham or Dominguez. But the problem was Dominguez was getting dwindled playtime.
yep, absolutely. Bryce says Rice is going to be the first baseman, guys. Let's be realistic. I would love it though. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the Yankees getting two outfielders. Therefore, you can have Rice at first base if Bellinger is in the outfield. We'll see what happens. But then I feel like honestly, I don't see a big future with Austin Wells. How do you guys feel about that? I think Rice should be the everyday catcher going into next year.
I agree.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Rice is my guy. If they do anything with this offseason, Rice, you will see me cry on here.
Yeah.
Right.
Rice is my guy. I have so much love for that guy. I don't know what it is, but I see so much potential in him. So I could see them maybe parting ways with Austin Wells.
Yeah. And then to quote John Sterling, "It is high, it is far, Wells is gone." No,
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately for Wells, I mean, we gave him 2 years. It's pretty much like every day. And I mean, Trevino was hurt, and then he just fell off the cliff, and then he just took it from there. But he fell off the cliff hitting wise, and then his fielding outside of his framing and how he calls the game. But really, that I mean, all that is really pushing buttons nowadays. It's not like actually outsmarting the hitter like it used to be. Um, so and pitchers call their games nowadays.
Yes.
But yeah, Wells is just not it as an everyday catcher. I mean, I would love to see him as a backup, but we need a right-handed catcher, and we need. I mean, Rice. I want the Yankees to pick first or catcher, and then just keep him at either position. But yeah, I don't see Wells having a long history with the Yankees.
All right. I can see that definitely. Right-handed catcher, we definitely do need that. Like last year, we could not hit lefty pitching. We need guys that are capable of hitting lefty pitching. That's why I feel like a guy like Rosario should be brought back. You have Caballero as your starting shortstop, and if you bring in a guy like Danny Jansen, maybe JT Realmuto, I think that does very well. That increases your contact and power against left-handed pitching next season. It's not
Yeah,
going to take much to improve this team, guys, but they need to make the smart and right acquisitions. That's what they need to do. They don't need to spend almost $1 billion. They just need to be smart about what they do and get guys that fit what we need, and that's contact, that's higher strikeout rates in the bullpen, missing left-handed bats. We need higher contact rates, power, speed, everything. We need to go all the way again next year. We need to get back to the World Series.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
Michael brought up an interesting point he wanted me to touch on. It's Trent Grisham's home and away splits. He told me check this out and let him know what he thinks. So home, Grisham's batting 195. Away, Grisham's batting 269. 13 homers at home, 21 on the road. Definitely a road warrior. I'm interested to see though, like how many of these at bats he took at leadoff because he's actually batting when he's at the leadoff spot 202. So maybe he's just not fit for leadoff. I don't think too much of the home and away splits, with Grish. I don't know what you guys think on that, but I don't think there's anything crazy in there. I don't know. Michael wanted me to bring it up, but
I don't think there's much of a difference, honestly, between home and
Yeah,
away. I don't really. I mean, off the top of my head, there's not. Maybe the stats say otherwise, but he did well at Yankee Stadium. But I think on the road, he was about the same on the road. I feel like there wasn't too much of a difference there.
yeah,
yeah.
and I think the only difference and the reason the stats seem different is the way he was pitched versus home and away. I mean, pitchers tend to pitch, you know, they don't want to get beat up by the porch. And you know, Trent Grisham was a guy that could hit to the right field, but he also could hit, but he did have a lot of pull power. So when you just seen how he got pitched differently, home and away.
Yeah, and I mean, before last year, he wasn't really an everyday player. When he became an everyday player, he started off well, and then he kind of dropped off a little bit.
Well,
And
yeah, I mean,
he wasn't your ideal leadoff hitter. I feel like at the end of the season because his batting average was dropping, OPS was dropping.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was in a slump, no doubt about it. In the end, toward the end of the season, but I mean, he was playing out of his mind for most of the year, and then I mean, he's batting in front of the greatest hitter of all time. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. You gotta have. I mean, you can look at like some of the guys that batted in front of Barry Bonds, and then when they didn't have Barry Bonds, and you can just see the parents with. I'm not saying that Judge is Bonds, but you know what I'm saying. A generational hitter like Aaron Judge, and you get to hit in front of him or behind him, you're gonna get pitched differently than if
Yep.
you just had an average player behind you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bryce has an interesting comment. He says Cody Bellinger was seen training with some Dodgers players during his workout. Just thought I would let you guys know. Okay, that is interesting. Of course,
Eh,
can't rule out the Dodgers for anything.
you
But
always see that. You had Sasaki last year in full Padre gear working out in San Diego for him to sign with LA the next day.
maybe that's a interesting tactic to increase the price. Okay, interesting.
He also has
Christopher,
some buddies over there
yeah,
too.
Yeah, he was there for a good while.
Yeah.
yep.
But yeah,
Let's see. Christopher says Rice 14%, Wells 24% with throwing runners out. Big problem with Rice behind the plate. Yeah, but Rice can get better. I think Rice can increase his pop time. Obviously, Wells now doesn't have that. He has a good framing, of course, but now it's not really emphasized as much with the ABS coming along. I think Rice has a lot of room to grow, but he can also improve quickly. We've seen him adjust when hitting, of course, at the major league level. Now let's see it behind the plate. But good comment there. Let's see. If Spencer Jones is not traded, do you think he makes an impact in the lineup? Depends.
Depends where he plays and is he given a shot.
Is he giving it a shot? Yeah.
I think he's gonna take an adjustment. I think that long swing's gonna take maybe a few weeks to just fully get set with big league pitching. I mean, this is a guy who's been seeing AAA pitching for a while now. It's gonna take an adjustment. Who do we have? We have the Giants opening day. So theoretically, if he was starting opening day, I mean, Logan Webb, that's not a fun pitcher to face. That's kind of a welcome to the MLB moment. I just think there's a big difference. There's a big adjustment Jones is going to have. Impact wise, he could get there. I mean, obviously, the raw talent's there. The dude hits baseballs to Saturn. A lot of power in that swing. But I mean, we just can't expect him the second he gets up to start going crazy. I think he's got to get his feet under him a little bit. But I think theoretically, he would become a contributor in this lineup.
Right. Bryce says, I think the Yankees are going to make a surprising trade. What do you guys think? What do you mean by surprising? You mean like outfielder pitching? Because there's different levels to surprising.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can go either way.
Are you talking like surprise? Like I didn't even think they could get that guy, or are you talking like surprising? Like oh my god, they just traded for Tatis.
Yeah.
Blockbuster surprise trade. Yeah, I mean, but I do see one or two trades happening in this offseason. And then, obviously some of the free agent signings. But I think that Cashman's going to do both.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for coming into the chat. We appreciate it. A lot of you guys here tonight. A lot of you guys want to talk baseball, Yankees baseball. I understand that. So just a reminder, please subscribe if you have not. Please like our live streams. Please visit the community. A lot of stuff going on here at this time of the year. The winter meetings are right around the corner. They're from December 7th to the 10th. So you guys know we'll be covering that. And, we have a lot of stuff to talk about for sure. One quick reminder I want to say for Saturday's show is Joe and TJ will be covering the Survivor Series on Saturday night. They will be doing the play-by-play of that with analysis by TJ and maybe a guest. Maybe Nathan has a surprise for them, getting a wrestling guest on that show. So please visit them on Saturday night. They will be calling the Survivor Series matches, and you can see that I think on ESPN. I don't think that's just pay-per-view. where else it might be, I don't know. But I know ESPN and WWE have a contract with ESPN now, so we'll see what happens there. And then on Monday night, don't forget, guys, I will be calling the Giants against the Patriots game, Monday Night Football. That'll be myself and Marnie Schneider, the granddaughter of the former Philadelphia Eagles owner. Very excited to do that, as well as Ethan will join me at halftime with some updates. So I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Thank you. We're thankful for you guys. You guys are thankful for us. Very, very proud of you guys for joining us tonight, being here, and celebrating an early Thanksgiving. Let's see.
Yeah.
Some other comments here.
Yeah, Jason, I wouldn't
Jason
take even
says,
you could throw in a suite in City Field. I would not take that
we'll
trade.
give you guys Senga and McNeil for Rice. Come on. You really think that's going to happen?
That's the Mets.
That's not happening.
No.
That's the Mets giving us their trash.
No. We don't
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
We do not want that. No, thank
That's
you.
not happening.
Yeah, I mean McNeil, we got no place for McNeil.
Besides the bench.
Yeah.
We have our own McNeil though, and he's better. His name's Oswaldo.
He's
Right.
Jeff McTeeble,
Better.
but we don't want him. He's
Right.
Jeff McTeeble. He's like an Ichiro swing, but worse. That guy is not good. He fell off since 2022.
And Kodai Senga has fallen off the grid, pitching wise.
Yes, Kodai Senga has dealt with injuries the past couple of seasons. In fact, I was actually at the game last year against the Nationals when he hurt his hamstring, unfortunately. But he hasn't really recovered since. The Mets were looking to trade him, and I don't think that the Yankees would get the best value in return for him. So, no. But interesting thought, but no. Good try. Travis says the Cheatriots against the G-Men. Yeah, they are the cheating
That got me.
Patriots.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That's a good one, Travis. That's a good one.
Yep.
Jake says, exactly, George. I remember seeing Grisham and Rice versus Savage. They weren't making adjustments.
No.
Yep. You're totally right about that. Rice, everybody looks silly, though, against Savage.
Savage is going to be a problem.
Savage, I mean, one of the things, too, when we faced him in the playoffs, we didn't even really face him in the regular season because we were just caught up in September. So, there wasn't a whole lot of tape. But, yeah, he's going to be a problem. If he lives out to his potential, he's going to be a problem.
Absolutely. I think next year we should be able to do better off Savage. I know it was a small sample size, but I can see us doing better next year. Right? If we have the same performance like we did this year, there's going to be a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Going to be a problem. I'm just going to laugh, though, when we play Connolly early. I don't think that guy's going to be anything.
Connolly early.
I think he's not going to be anything.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what I'm trying to say is the league's going to adjust to Savage. It's up to Savage to adjust back to the league. You know what I'm saying? And the Yankees are going to figure out some way to just, at some point we're going to shell them. And then, he'll make adjustments. And then we got to keep making adjustments. But we still have to figure out Balo over on the Red Sox.
And Crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Crochet's a nightmare. He's just
a stud. I mean, he converted from being a highly successful elite elite reliever to being a starter and an elite starter at that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's unhittable. We've seen him struggle before. The Yankees need to find a way to improve their team enough where they can get to these guys because last year I don't think we scored any other runs off of Crochet besides the home run ball. I think Wells had a double against him, but that was like the only time where we scored against him without hitting a home run. So that definitely needs to change. We can't have starting pitchers go 7-8 innings and then forcing our starting pitcher to go, to match that without us giving up any runs. So,
well, you talking about that Aaron Judge homer in the top of the 8th or something, or top of the 9th? Against Crochet?
The meaningless home runs,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a 0-0 game when Judge hit that homer. If you were talking about that one.
Well, I remember the game where it was Warren versus Crochet, and Warren let up like 5 runs or something in the first inning.
Oh yeah. No, that was totally different. Yeah, that was like meaningless at that point because we were already in a deep hole. But I thought you was talking about that August or September when Crochet had like that gem in the pitcher duel, and then Judge launched one way off onto downtown
Oh,
street.
oh yes, that was in Boston, right? That was the
Yeah.
yes, I remember that. Yes. Still lost that game, but yeah.
I mean, that's just.
But
But
we
I'm
need to
still
find a way
saying,
to score more. We need to find a way to score more than just hitting a home run off of Crochet. That's my point. Can't just rely on that next year. What was that?
I hit a
John?
home run on the other
I
side of
said
Lansing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to see what I want to see is them to actually work the count. Stop swinging at these first pitches, especially when you have a pitcher, say a good pitcher, and that inning he just happens to not be dealing. You know he's going to come back and he's going to be good later on. Take advantage of that inning of him not pitching well and work the count, get people on base, get him tired, get the pitch count up. Stop, first pitch, swing. Oh, okay, pop up. Oh, to the third baseman, up to the second baseman. I'm tired of seeing that. You see other teams, they work the count. They know when a pitcher is in a struggle and they take advantage of it. You don't see that with these Yankees. So I'm hoping that's an improvement for 2026.
Oh yeah, and hit with players in motion. I mean, take
I like
advantage
that.
of the holes that created when the runners go. But yeah, and work the counts. I want to see 7, 8, 9 pitch at bats, like almost every single bat should be 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You wear that pitcher out by the 5th inning, and he's tired in the 6th, and they gotta go to the bullpen.
Yeah, losing Oswaldo was huge. You
Mhm.
lost that grit. You lost the guy who could play everywhere. You lost that guy who can work the count. You lost the guy who could run a little bit. That was the big blow that no one really talks about, man. Losing Waldo was huge.
Plus, he's the heart of the team too, energy wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, definitely a big loss. Great personality, Oswaldo. Hopefully, he comes back strong, and he can be a good fit for this team. Michael says Yankees don't add 2 good hitters, and y'all can forget about 2026. Seriously, they need big time help. The 7, 8, 9 slots are automatic outs. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, we need to improve all around. This can't just be, we get 1 or 2 guys and call it an offseason. We need to actually add depth to this lineup. As you can see with a team like the Dodgers, they have their superstars, but then their lineup deepens with guys like Tommy Edman, Pajes, other guys like that. So,
yeah,
Yankees need to do similar things.
Yeah, we need a minimum of 4 moves. Because we got vacancies in left and outfield. We got a vacancy in first base. And then we have holes in our lineup, but we also need to shore up our bullpen and our starting rotation. Which I believe will address it. But we need to get more contact bats. We can't focus on another power. I mean, although Kyle Tucker would probably be the power bat I'd probably get, but that's because he's a high average all around hitter with power. But outside of that, I'm getting contact bats, the Stephen Kwan types, the Okamotos. Those guys that can just get high contact, work the counts, get on base.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If we miss on Belly, I mean, my first move is Tucker, but my second move is get Okamoto to play first.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's the game plan. I think he could be a great leadoff hitter. He plays first. I see a lot of people saying he could play third. He can't. He's not really a strong defensive third baseman. And the corner outfield spots, that's a last resort. This guy is going to be primarily a first baseman in the MLB. So I just wanted to clear that too, because a lot of people are listing him as a utility guy. You could put him at third. You can't. The
Yeah.
defense isn't really there. The arm isn't really there. He's primarily a first baseman, but obviously we're not getting him for his defense. We're getting him for the incredibly high contact rate. You know, the thing that the Blue Jays did compared to us is they didn't strike out, they put the ball in play. We needed that. The only
Well,
people who were doing that were Judge and Bellinger. No one else was
hmm
doing that. This is the one postseason I've ever seen Judge hitting, and he was spectacular. Wasn't just big homers. It was base hits up the middle, base hits the other way, line drives everywhere. We need more of that. The Blue Jays had a whole lineup of that, guys. That's the
hmm
difference. You plug in a guy like Okamoto who is able to get the scrappy base hit. You give him a first and third situation, he's going to be able to slap the ball the opposite way. We need guys that could do that. We need guys who can hit a freaking sac fly. Please. We have
Yeah.
Austin Wells trying to hit a sac fly. He hits a pop up, even though that's a bad subject. He actually led the MLB in sac
Yeah,
flies
that's
before.
right. I was just about to
But
say.
but we have guys who just don't know their fundamentals, don't know how to bunt the freaking ball. We can't have guys going first to third on a base hit. We have Jazz Chisholm Jr., a very fast player. You can't get from first to third on a base hit. Before we go all crazy on the Kyle Tuckers and the international signings, can we first please fix the fundamentals? Can we
Mhm.
first please be able to just get a simple base hit to break the tie? Can we just change our approach, change our mindset, which is not going to happen at all. But this is the steps towards building a championship team. This is what the Blue Jays did. This is what the Dodgers did. This is just how championships are won. You can't buy a championship full of pure power hitters. You need to
No.
balance out the lineup, and last year's playoff run was an incredibly unbalanced lineup, and that is what needs to get fixed,
Yeah.
especially the defense too.
Right. And yeah, I mean, you seen Judge have a 600 batting average in the postseason last year, but the nearest guy was like two something, and that was like Cody Bellinger. Um.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we know it starts with the philosophy. It starts with them actually focusing on the right things, not just the power, but contact speed, fundamentals, fielding the ball, not running into base
hmm
running mistakes, all that stuff. Things that we shouldn't be talking about 8 years into Aaron Boone's tenure, which we're still doing,
Well,
unfortunately.
no, I think that is just the before even Boone signed, the Yankees were having that problem where they got away from that. What made the Yankees special was we were to grind them out and then we will hit homers. You know, it wasn't just, oh, we're
Yep.
gonna hit home runs and be the Bronx Bombers. We're gonna grind you out, get you to the bullpen. You make a mistake, then we're gonna kill you. You know. Um. And yeah, we got away from that. And one of the reasons I want to go after Okamoto and MA is Japanese players are known to be fundamentally sound all the way through their games. You know, that's just
Yes.
how they're from
Uh,
literally they're trained that
yeah.
way. Fundamental.
Mhm. Bryce wants me to address his previous comment about his offseason plan. He says, Evan, even though this offseason, my offseason would be Tucker, Imai, Donovan, and Jojo Romero, and one more reliever. Hmm, that's interesting. Well, you have your leadoff hitter, you have your outfielder, a left fielder, you have another bullpen guy, a lefty, and one more reliever. I could see that. I could see that. We need more infield depth, though, in my opinion, too. I think that's Donovan can play second base, yeah, but
Right.
we need. I think we need another third baseman, and that's why you have to re-sign Rosario as well.
Right. Um and then we got Caballero and we got um Cabrera who can cover in case something happens to Ryan McMahon
Hmm.
or something happens to Jazz Chisholm. We got those two are super 230, but I would love to have Rosario. Now I want to know with Bryce, who would you offer to the Cardinals for Brendan Donovan? In a hypothetical, let's say they say he's on the table.
I would offer pitching. And maybe
Get off a pitcher.
maybe Wells too, because Contreras is getting a little bit up there in age. He's had some injury problems. I would
He's a
offer that.
first baseman now, Contreras.
Oh yeah, Wilson Contreras is he's converted mostly to a first base, kind of like what the Royals did with Sal Perez.
Mhm. Okay.
But yeah, regardless of it, they need help catching because Yachty they got a Yachty Molina hole still at the behind the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Christopher says he doesn't think the philosophy will change. Cashman wants as many fly balls as possible. This is what has killed Volpe. Yeah, we mentioned it with Volpe. Just let the kid play his game. Let him hit line drives. Don't turn him
Yeah.
into a power hitter.
Killed Gary Sanchez.
Well, I
Gary
mean,
Sanchez.
Killed Miguel Andujar.
yeah,
Yankees have a graveyard of players we killed. Estevan Florial. I could
but
keep going on. There's pitchers, a pitching graveyard too. There's Devi Garcia,
Yeah.
Justice
oh,
Sheffield, Chance Adams. Man, list
don't
goes
forget
on.
Luis Severino.
Sevy killed Sevy.
Montgomery.
Jordan Montgomery.
Um, but no,
Long
The
list,
list goes
guys.
on.
Long
but
list.
is it just these players get obsessed with launch angles, or is these teams being more obsessed with these launch angles?
Teams.
Because you see guys like Aaron Judge who doesn't do launch angle, or Giancarlo Stanton, they just hit the ball.
Right. I
And
mean,
you know,
Judge is a complete player. Stanton, good in the playoffs, good player, but I don't know if he can provide you the same as what he did a couple of years ago. I mean, credit to him; he's made the changes necessary to, balance out his swing and all that. But we
yeah,
don't know what he's going to be like next year. We don't know what he's
right.
going
But
to be.
he's still within striking distance of 500 career home runs, which would be a milestone if he can get it
Yeah, yeah, no,
without his
definitely.
body falling off before he does that.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. We'll see. We'll see if he can do the same. But let's see what else you guys are saying. Thank you guys for being here. Gleyber Torres was an all-star after leaving the Yankees, says the real little star. Yes, Gleyber
Two-time All-Star before. He was
Glaber
a two-time
was
All-Star with the Yankees.
he was with us. He had that great season with the juice balls and all that. Great against the Orioles, and then after
Right,
like 2019, his numbers just seemed to go down. But he wasn't even playing his natural position too. We got to remember that he was playing shortstop. He wasn't playing second base until 2022. So you got to
right.
realize when he was still a good player for us.
Well, and then remember this. Um, say that one year that we failed miserably trying to force him to do shortstop because he was second baseman before Diddy got left. Then
Yeah.
after Diddy left, they were trying to figure out with all the experiments.
Mhm.
Um, and we got him from the Cubs as a stud second base shortstop prospect. So you know it shows you. But yeah, I mean, Gleyber Torres. I think part of why he had a good year with Detroit is who the manager is.
Hinch. Yeah.
Everybody knows the reputation that Alex Cora has. If
Hinch
you
to the
don't
other
play
one.
hard, you get benched.
Like they did with Baez, Javier Baez,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that they signed to a long-term
I'm sorry.
contract.
I meant to say AJ Hinch, not
We
Alex
don't
Cora,
like
but
either one of them.
but either
Well,
way,
yeah.
the AJ Hinch um, has that same reputation. You don't play if you don't play hard, you get benched.
Absolutely. Travis says if there's a bidding war between the Yankees and the Dodgers for Kyle Tucker, who wins?
No bidding war with
Dodgers.
the Dodgers.
I think it's
Dodgers
going
aren't
to
going to
be
bid.
Dodgers gonna win.
between us and the Mets, most likely. Maybe the Cubs as well if they want to
I
resign
don't.
him.
I don't think the Mets are
Mets
going
will
to
win.
go all out for Tucker. I think the Mets want to address their issues in house. The bidding war is going to be for Bellinger if you get
Yeah,
into it with the Mets because he's a hot commodity. They want him more.
right. But yeah, I think the Yankees the only team I can see it beating us in a bidding war. It's probably the Dodgers. I mean, yes, the Mets have money, but I don't see them. I see them focusing more on addressing the pitching needs than you know.
The Mets have so many needs, guys. So many needs. They need pitching, outfield, bullpen. They lost Edwin Diaz. They lost Helsley. They need a whole lot of things on their team too. So they can't
Yeah,
just go all out for one player, especially after adding Soto last year on a 15-year deal, and then expecting to make all these other moves as well. They need to kind of balance out what they do, even though they have Steve Cohen. Michael says Stanton needs to go. Ask him to waive and ship him to San Francisco. He clogs up the DH spot and moves like a mannequin. Well, nobody's going to want to take on his contract.
Keep
Yeah.
him.
You might as well just keep
I
him.
can't see anybody taking him.
You
Sorry.
would not. You might not even make the playoffs if it wasn't for Giancarlo Stanton
no,
coming back from injury. We need that guy. We need someone who can actually get the big hit. If you're giving me a big situation in the ninth inning and I need a game-winning hit, the people in the lineup right now, not including Bellinger, I want up, might be only one guy besides Grisham because he's proved he has the clutch gene. It's Stanton. A lot of people don't agree that there is a clutch gene, but it's a very real thing. The moment like there's people who just physically will play better or will not shy away from the big moment, and Giancarlo Stanton is one of those people. You can't take that away. You can't give,
all right,
if you take Stanton out of this lineup and you don't really add anything else, even if you keep Bellinger, you don't add a guy like Tucker, you don't add anyone else. You give more at bats in the clutch spot to Jazz Chisholm. You give more big at bats to guys like Ben Rice. You give more big at bats to guys like Judge, who's proved besides this postseason he's not that great in the clutch. That's not what you want. Because Jazz Chisholm, I 100% don't trust in the clutch. Are you kidding me? We need a base hit, and he's swinging to hit the ball 15 rows deep in the seats. So you take Stanton out of this lineup. Someone who's been here. He's a veteran. He's been here for a multitude of years. He has seen it all. You take out a mentor, a voice in that clubhouse. You take out a clutch, our most clutch player. That's a problem. You can't do that. Can't do
look,
that at all.
listen, what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
but he's too slow.
off the field, Giancarlo Stanton is Judge's lieutenant. Okay, Judge may be the captain, but the guy that speaks up loudest in that clubhouse and like enforces, like BZ enforcer, that's Giancarlo Stanton.
Right. There was an article last year that came out that said Stanton was the guy to rally the team after they were in their struggles, and Judge
Mm,
really didn't do much. Judge is more of like a lead by example kind of guy, where
right.
Stanton's the guy that will get in your face and
Yeah.
really put pressure on
And
you to perform well.
if you've seen the way it was with the Jeter, he had Posada that would do that. He had Mariano that would do that. Jeter just led by example,
Yeah.
and he let his play doing the talking, and that's the same way Aaron Judge does. But you got a guy in the clubhouse that will, hold other players accountable and rally them up, and that's Giancarlo. Remember what he said after people wanted to celebrate for the ALCS ring? He said, "That's not the ring we want."
Yes. We want the World Series ring. That's what we want. I
Yeah.
think Stanton would trade all of his what's it called? MVPs for the playoffs to trade for a World Series ring.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins World Series MVP, yeah, he'll take that. But it's
Oh yeah.
about the team. It's about the team.
Yeah, it's the same way Aaron Judge. He said it. I would trade my season MVPs for a World Series ring.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, wow, you guys are really very talkative tonight. Thank you. Let's see. You guys get any other thoughts while I address the chat?
Yeah, Sean's saying I should play left field on opening day for them.
Oh, you should.
Yeah,
Oh, you
go
should.
for it.
No doubt about that.
Go for it.
need
But
a
I was like,
sweep.
what did I say?
I need a sweep before I sign my contract.
Right. I mean, hey, you'd be the youngest rookie.
Yeah,
Yep.
coming off
But
a
you probably
championship season in fall ball, not to brag. So
Okay.
I am a
Okay.
winner.
Where were you in the leadoff in the lineup?
I was like, I mean, I was bottom of the order, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that's fine.
Little
That's fine.
scrappy
We
guy.
need a bottom of the order guy.
Pass
We
the
need that.
baton. Pass the baton,
Okay.
Evan.
You're our ribby guy. We need those ribbies from you.
Pass
Right.
the baton.
And you always
Yep.
need that guy that can turn the lineup over for the
Yep.
big guys.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, you got a second lead off. Let's go.
Sign
But
me
no,
for starting first baseman. I'm an outfielder. I used to play outfield. I'll play left field,
right,
right field, anywhere there, and just not the
Johnny,
infield.
you want to do some catching?
Oh, I got you, man. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Put you right behind the plate. No pressure.
Joe is the GM. Ken as the player personnel guy. We have Nathan as our agent. He's gonna make us the big bucks. So.
Right.
All right.
I'm the bench coach, rah 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 guy.
Oh yeah, Sean. Oh yeah, you're our bench coach for sure. You tell Aaron Boone what we need to do, and bang, he better listen to you, or else he's gone. Real Little Star says, "What's considered a failed offseason for the Yankees if they do nothing?"
Yeah. Well,
Not putting a team together that can actually produce. That's it. We don't need necessarily the biggest names. We just need people that are going to work. That's it.
yeah. If he can fill out every hole, and I said this before, fill out every hole that we have currently. You fill out every hole by spring training, or maybe the last one during spring training. I'll be content with the off season. You know.
Yep. It's about putting a plan together. Listing out ideas of what you want to do. If you trade some guys, that just means more supplementing to your roster later on. If you want to add
Right.
guys now, that means you have more flexibility later on. And with doing that as well, you have more flexibility cash wise. You can decrease your payroll. You can do a lot of things with doing different things this offseason, but you have to put a plan together. You have to decide what you want first. Do you want to trade guys away
Right.
first, or do you want to add guys first and then trade guys away? There's positives
Yeah.
and negatives, both things, but just do us all a favor. Just don't do nothing, please. We need to do something, or else. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying don't wait till middle January to make your first move, or mid December.
That's another thing. Do not wait until March 28th. Don't wait until July 31st to get a need. Do it now. Do it now.
December.
What do you?
You're going to see stuff in December. That's when they
Yeah.
always tend to do it. I would
Yeah.
say probably by the second week of December, that's when we're going to start seeing stuff
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, right after or during the GM meetings, winter meetings, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Winter meetings. Yep. Definitely. See, right-handed hitting, first baseman, pitcher. Yep. Michael
Yeah.
says, I don't think the Yankees ever have a plan.
Well,
They probably don't.
Yeah, that's some true words right there.
Nobody knows what's really going on in Cashman's head. Sometimes Cashman doesn't know what's got on us.
Honestly, Cashman needs to sleep outside more often. Maybe then he'll give us something then. Real Little Star has a good comment. I miss having Brett Gardner on the team. Yep. A guy like Brett Gardner too. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Oh,
Yo,
I mean
that.
the piano man. You know, I mean that guy. You could drop a piano on his back, and he still would have been out in the lineup, catching fly balls and doing everything he did. And then, we can't forget the antics.
What? The slam in the bat?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of.
Eric Garcia.
Oh,
Throwing his
need-
helmet against the dugout wall and bouncing back, cutting his lip open.
Mm-hmm.
we need our Polo
Do you
Neals.
remember when he got thrown out?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which
Yeah,
time?
yes.
When he got thrown out for not doing anything, he was
God,
just sitting
yeah.
there, and then he got thrown out.
One of the
Yep.
time,
Yep.
because the ump heard somebody in the dugout, and I think it was like the assistant hitting coach or one of the big guys, had said something, and the guy just threw out Brett Gardner. The ump threw out Brett Gardner For what? Because he just threw out somebody, and then Brett Gardner goes, "Who, me? Yeah, you."
Yep. No, that was
Uh,
funny. The Brett Gardner moments.
oh
We need
yeah,
our
but
Brett moments.
I
We
love
need
those Paul O'Neill moments, right?
O'Neal
Right, Johnny?
smashing the water cooler. Yep. We need our CCs too. Hitting guys and then getting ejected.
Hey, yeah, CC was awesome. But you remember Hideki Arabu, Johnny?
Yes.
Yeah, he plunked the guy. I believe he was the pitcher with that brawl in Baltimore.
Yep.
The Benitez, Tino, all that. So when at Hirabu, he throws the pitch before it even plunks the guy. He's already throwing down his glove, ready to fight.
Yes. That was like one of the first fights I've seen, actually. Because I was a little kid at the time. That was one of the first brawls, and I was like, "This happened."
Yeah, one of
Oh,
the few actual brawls in baseball history.
yep.
You know.
Jake's. Yep.
Nothing
Uh,
like a good brawl.
but yes.
Odor versus Batista.
Oh, that was a good one. What about
That helmet was flying.
the one with Tim Anderson and whoever the
Knocked
Guardians guy was?
Ramirez.
Ramirez smoked
Yeah.
him. What about Tyler Austin? Like
Oh, that was a good one.
slamming
Joe
Joe
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Tyler
Yeah,
Austin. I
that
wonder
was a
what
good
that
one.
guy's doing now.
Well,
Man.
Tyler Austin's playing in Japan now.
Really? I
Mm-hmm.
could see that.
He's been doing that since like 2020, 21, 20 something.
Yep. I remember when he and Judge got their first career home runs on the same day. That was cool.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you remember the Luke Voigt guy? He
Yeah.
was playing in like
Luke Voigt,
Australia or Mexico somewhere.
2020 legend.
Yes.
What do you? He had 30 homers in 60 games.
Oh yeah,
Actually nuts.
2020, a fun time watching baseball. Yes. No
but no,
crowds.
I mean, no, I remember seeing the Jorge Posada brawls with Jason Varitek, and then also Varitek Aaron.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but Jorge Posada, he had an epic duel with Pedro Martinez where they pointed at each other's heads. That was like during the time, and it started kind of leading up to that big brawl during the ALCS, in 04.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yankees, Red Sox, fun moments.
Hey, you hit one of our guys. And Posada was the type that he was like, "Oh, you hit one of my guys. I'm gonna let you know." So he started shouting at him and then pointing to his head, like, and then all you see is Pedro pointing at his head.
Yeah. Let's see. Bryce says we will see the action in the first week of December, especially with the market moving already. Yep, definitely. Maybe before the winter meetings a little bit, definitely during the winter meetings and a few signings after. We also have to remember Scott Boras is the agent for most of these guys.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't prolong the process. We'll see what happens. What do you guys think is going to happen with Pete Alonso?
He's either gonna be a Met or he's going to.
Red
He's
Sox.
going either Red Sox
Yeah,
because they need a first baseman. So yeah, if the Mets don't actually, pay him his right amount, he's going to the Red Sox.
I could see Phillies if they miss out on Schwarber, have him be their DH.
Yeah, but
Or have Harper be the DH, whatever you want to do. But I could see the Phillies just trying to replace Schwarber's bat, and that's kind of the best model. But I do see Red Sox.
wouldn't that be an epic way to get back in the Mets?
Mm.
Give your homegrown face of your franchise, go sign with your division rival.
What about Bregman? He might be the best guy on the market right now. Where you all see Bregman going? Bregman's a stud, guys.
He
I
had
see
a good year.
Bregman.
Yeah. He had a good year last year.
Bregman going with the Twins.
The Twins?
I don't see that happening.
Are you being serious?
No, I'm just throwing out I'm being halfway facetious, but I don't know where he would go. I know the Twins, they got rid of almost everybody. Why not get somebody that put butts in the seats?
I could see not the Astros.
No, I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Where do you think Bregman's going to go to?
Could resign. He could just go back to Boston. I would love him on the Yankees, but that's not going to
Could
happen.
you see him
Or
and
Maybe the
Alonso
Cubs.
being on the Red Sox at the same time?
who?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, also the Rangers could probably need a third baseman.
Hmm. That would be a good move for them. I love Bregman though. I've always thought he was just a professional hitter. That's something we could use, honestly. Like the
Hmm.
Yankees could really benefit from we're so lefty heavy, and we're talking about adding Bellinger and Tucker. Get a righty, get another righty in the lineup. I mean, you're looking at this lineup: uh, Chisholm, Grisham, Bryce. You're thinking about bringing Bellinger back, maybe even adding Tucker. That's 5 lefties. Get some more righties
Yeah.
that can actually hit the ball. Like Volpe's a righty, but he doesn't count because he can't hit. So get an actual righty. Get a well above average righty. Alex Bregman
Well,
is a fantastic hitter. He had a phenomenal year last year with Boston. He's a
yeah.
guy you need to go after.
Well, Bregman is a guy that one of the few Astros from the cheating scandal that I would actually consider on my team. Because, like you said, he is a professional batter. He is a guy that clutch, and he's got clutch defense. Um, but then the problem we have with our lefties right now on our team, um, there too many of them are free swingers.
Yeah.
Jazz, Jazz is free swing, happy mode all the time. Um, Bryce, he can make contact for a while, but then he'll have his little moments of he's kind of free swinging, can't figure out what the pitcher's doing and adjust. Austin Wells, forget about him. He's just lost in the some zip code somewhere looking for coconuts. And then Ryan McMahon, we just got him for the defense. He'll
Yeah,
hit us a few doubles. You know, he's just a doubles machine that plays good defense, but he doesn't really give you a whole lot of stuff with the bat.
he did well with guys in scoring position last year.
Oh
He
yeah,
did well, but he needs more consistency definitely at the plate. Shorten up that swing, just make contact. If he does that, I think he's a good hitter. No doubt about that. He's a good hitter, but his defense is the ultimate prize with him. I guess one team I could see Bregman going to is the Cubs. I think they tried getting him last year. They offered him a
yeah,
multi-year deal, but he took the Red Sox contract instead. So I could see him on the Cubs, maybe
yeah.
Tigers. If we sign him, I would be happy, but don't think we're going to
Well,
do that.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, those are two options I can see too. Plus, didn't the Rangers like non-tender their third baseman or one of their third basemen?
Nah, Josh Jung's still there.
Oh, Josh Jung is still there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Then
He's
oh
been
yeah,
hurt. He's
then,
been battling injuries since his rookie year, but he's
yeah.
still he's
yeah.
still there, Josh Jung.
But yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, Bregman's gonna have a lot of suitors though.
I
On
could
this,
see
I mean,
Tigers. People have been saying Tigers. I could totally see that.
yeah. Now, where do you guys see? What's his name? There was another ultimate pitcher on the market. I just can't remember his name right now. Not in May, but another free agent, like Glassnow or somebody.
Michael King?
Oh yeah, Michael King. That that
Mm.
that is one that's on there too.
Valdez, Framber Valdez,
Yeah,
lefty. He's gonna be a Cub.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
think Valdez is the best fit.
yeah.
Just like
King may end up reunited with the Yankees, but I see
I
him
could
making the
see it.
stop.
King would be cool. I'd like to see him back. We don't have Cole Rodon to start the year. So you can bring Michael King back, have
But
him be
could,
Tuesday starter.
Yeah.
but
You're
could you
gonna need
imagine that
to.
a Cole, Freed, Rodon, King, May, Cam, or whatever the mixture is?
Yes, that would be nice. That would be
And then we could
great.
just straight heal.
Heal, yes.
I
And,
don't know
and
how he's gonna come back. I'm honestly a little worried about Heel.
He didn't have the best of second seasons, sophomore
yeah,
years. Yeah,
well,
we'll
part
see.
of the problem too is even before his rookie season, like the year before, when he kind of gave us a few starts and then he was battling injuries. Um,
He
Kind of like
was.
how Severino was too. But He'll, I would almost consider just moving him to a bullpen or
Yeah.
trying to figure out a role just to keep him healthy because he's got an electric arm. Problem is, you know, he burns out quickly and then he gets injured.
Yeah, I mean, give him in the pen, let him throw as hard as he wants to for an inning. It feels like he was holding something back last year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was rushed a little too bit off of injury, but it feels like there is something left in the tank. He has a very good fastball. The fastball jumps all over the place, which is very deceptive to the hitter. As Travis brought up, though, he does have control issues. I mean, I think ideally him and Warren could fit into a bullpen role. Will Warren, that
Mm-hmm.
could be my Luke Weaver guy. But the problem is we're in such a tough spot with no Rodon and no Cole on opening day. So you're down men. You need all hands on deck. You're going to need Ryan Yarbrough to make some starts for you. You
Right.
might need to call up Elmer Rodriguez Cruz to make some starts for you. So as much as I would love to experiment with that all spring training, have Warren and Heel come out of the bullpen, you just can't
That
because
game's
they're
still
going to be your
going on.
starters. Your rotation is
Yeah.
Freed, Heel, Schlittler, Warren, Yarbrough. That's your rotation on opening day, ladies
Oh
and
my god,
gentlemen, pending no trades, no signings.
that,
So
that sounds like a horror show.
I know, but
I'd love to have Heel turn into our flamethrower guy coming out of the bullpen. I love have Warren to be our long relief guy, but we just can't do it right now.
yeah.
So that's why. But I honestly want to talk a little bit about the bullpen,
Yeah.
guys, just because of how important it is and how much it can lose you games. The damn bullpen. Where do you guys stand on Devin Williams?
D
I
I
would
will.
saw
bring.
something. His last 19 appearances with the Yankees, scoreless, nada. I
No.
just want to see where you guys are. It would be a low risk contract, I think, with Williams. Obviously, I'm still a little bit traumatized after my experience with Devin Williams, but I feel something like it might be worth bringing him back for an experiment. Like Travis said, a 1-year deal.
Oh, I would bring him back at a 1 year deal like a Graham Lloyd. As your, we have two setup men for David Bednar, but yeah, I would tell Williams, hey, we bring you back. You're gonna be our setup man, along with Cam Duvall, or
Oh,
however you pronounce his name. Um,
forgot we had that idiot.
yeah, because the back end of the bullpen is gonna be Bednar as our closer, Duvall, Bird right now. Do you really want to
Uh,
trust Jake Bird?
no,
No,
Fernando Cruz
No.
should be our setup guy.
Cruz.
Well, yeah, Cruz is another guy.
Oh, there's Joe.
Um,
We got Joe coming out of the bullpen too.
our
All
new
right, a
closer
closer.
for the New York Yankees.
Joe Bozo. No, just kidding.
Nah,
I wouldn't mind Devin Williams.
but yeah,
But just,
I just
I wouldn't
wouldn't
either.
mind that just to show it up because I mean, can you imagine a Fernando Cruz, David Bednar, or I mean, Fernando Cruz or Devin Williams, then Fernando Cruz, and then you got David Bednar as your back of the innings closer.
yeah.
Tim Hill. You got him too.
Yep, you got him. So I mean, you got
Got my
options.
boy.
Hey,
Yo,
Katie.
does Does Devin Williams, does he want to be a setup man? Because I think he wants to be a closer. I don't think
I
No,
he'll
think
want
he's
to
he's
looking.
taking
sign.
any contract at this point after last year.
Yeah,
Offer him 2 years, $10 million. He'll be a relief guy for us.
He's so diminished
right.
after last year.
Yeah, but the
And the
problem,
problem with Williams is he couldn't locate his fastball. You know, you got a pitcher who only throws 2 pitches. You have someone who only throws a fastball and a changeup. If he can locate his fastball, and that was his issue last year, it was always a ball. Hitters are just gonna sit on the changeup. He only has 2 pitches. When his fastball is at 100%, he is able to perfectly set up that changeup. But when he has no idea where his fastball is going, and pitchers don't have, and hitters, don't have to worry about it, they just sit on the changeup. It's a very good changeup, but it's going to get smoked when there's no other pitch. You're not Mariano Rivera. You can't throw one pitch every time and get the outs. But down the stretch, we saw what peak Devin Williams can look like. We saw him be able to use that fastball and build off that. This is not like us giving a deal to like freaking Chance Adams or whatever. This is us giving a deal to a guy who has been arguably the best closer of the 2020s. This is a guy with pedigree, a guy with history, and a guy who the last time we saw him in a Yankee uniform looked very good. So I am 100% willing to give him the deal.
All right. Guys, it was unbelievable. We had an hour and 30 minutes go. Holy cow. Well, I can't thank you guys enough for coming up on Thanksgiving Eve. You guys were fantastic. You're unbelievable. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you guys had this chance to powwow with each other and the chat. Again, I can't thank enough. I do want to tell everybody that Saturday we do have a stream at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Yankee Mania comes back. And then from there, we're gonna have our wrestling simulcasted not only on Yankee Mania but Total Turnbuckle Talk, and it's gonna be unbelievable. We're gonna be doing the play-by-play. We're also gonna have a third man wind in there. Some surprises might pop up. You don't know, so get your snacks ready. Put on your ESPN. Take the voice off. And listen to TJ's debut as a commentator, as the lead announcer of the WWE pay-per-view War Games, the Survivor Series. It'll be TJ and myself, and a surprise in the middle. So you have 3 guys on there, and it's all going to come to you at 7 p.m. Then Sunday night, we're going to have our regular week roundup show at 8 o'clock. Don't forget about that, guys. And I'm sure you're going to want to digest your turkey and your pumpkin pie and your eggnog and everything else in between. So, again, I really, really appreciate it. Of course, on Monday, Evan will be the play-by-play man for the Giants game. So there's so much, and the Giants Patriots. There's so much going on here, guys. You can't bat an eye. And then we get into December, and we have unbelievable Christmas shows coming up. Surprises on top of surprises. And we'll get more into that as we get closer to December 1st and then all of that. So, first of all, I want to thank Evan, George, Sean Browning, Jonathan, Johnny Salami, all of you, tremendous job. Holding a stream an hour and 30 minutes, keeping everybody here. Tremendous job, guys. Please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. We really, really appreciate it. This will be the last time that we're on until after Thanksgiving, guys. I will be putting out a couple of shorts to say hello to everyone. And again, I really, really appreciate it. So with that in mind, everyone, I just have a little something to say. I give thanks to each and every one of the co-hosts. I give thanks to everybody in the chat. that's been with us since some of you have been with us since March 29th. And a lot of you have joined around, I'd say the middle of May as we started Coffee, Bagels, and Yankee Talk. So again, pat yourself on the back, man. You guys were unbelievable. We got a goal of 500 subs, and not only did we hit that, but we now 600 and climbing. Everybody knows, I'm sure by now, that our goal is 1,000 subs by the time the Yankees take the field for opening day of 2026. And hopefully with all the shows coming up. And of course, the big daddy of them all, we are gonna give you the play-by-play of the Super Bowl, as we announced this morning, with Evan being the lead announcer to our Super Bowl and working on a very, very nice halftime show for you guys. So there's a lot going on. Plus, people like Evan and George will be doing playoff games, wild card games, you name it. We're going to be doing it here, guys. So, again, so much to look forward to. All I need for you guys to do is press the like button, subscribe. The 29%, actually it's up to 30 again, that don't subscribe. Please do us a big favor. Come over, subscribe. Or at least press that like button so you'll never miss any action, anything that's on. Even if we go on for, it's a spur of the moment in 3 minutes. You need to do that, please. You're going to miss something spectacular. And then on top of that, there's Nitin and the Nitin crew and his crew of what I can't talk enough of what they've done and going to continue to do with all the guests that have come on and will come on. So, guys, in a nutshell, everyone, all I could say is thank you to each and every one in the chat. I would go over the names, but it's quite a big list. You all know who you are, and I know who you are. So does our panel here. And I want, with my whole heart, for you guys to have a wonderful, great, happy Thanksgiving. Let's give thanks. I give thanks to all of you, everybody in front of me, everybody here on the in the chat. You guys have been tremendous, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all that you've given us, the caring, the needs, the birthdays, all the surprises, everything that we do here. It's all because we care so much and love you guys one by one. And not even to mention, how about all the people that don't go on the chat, but they email us at joeyankees28@gmail.com every day. People like Jeff and Bob and Elena and Richmond Valley Pharmacy and the list goes on, and Kevin, the list goes on and on and on. I can't thank you guys enough, and we're looking forward to a very, very big end of the year and leading us into the New York Yankees 2026 season. And even on top of that, the coverage that we're going to have for the winter meetings is going to be second to none, guys. We are going to be here. We're going to dissect every trade. We're going to have former players on here, hopefully current players, people that are free agents. You don't know what's coming up here on NY Mania. That's why you need, please, to subscribe, press the like button, and the notifications. Very, very important. If you'd like to see something on the show, please email us. Let us know. We're not mind readers. If you have something, a great idea that I know Dennis, and by the way, Dennis, a big part of our show, he wants to do fantasy baseball. So we're going to be working on that also, guys. That's going to be a separate entity. So it's going to be a lot of stuff coming up here on NY Mania. It doesn't stop just with the Yankees. It's entertainment and fun and caring and all of that. So again, I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of everybody that's been with us since day one, and my co-host. I can't thank enough. All the time, the effort, everything that you guys are doing for the show of Yankee Mania, coming over and having a huge discussion, talking about everything meant the world to me, and we're going to have more of those. So all I could say is thank you guys. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I will come out. I will definitely come out with a short to say thank you to each and every one of you. If you want to say hello, of course, Joe Yankees 28 at gmail.com, Joe Yankees 28 at gmail.com. And we're gonna end it with Celia. Hey, hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Thankful to everyone in the chat and on the show. Joe and everyone on the panel always put out a lot of work. We're all thankful to you guys as well. Well, thank you. You've been a loyal supporter. You've been here. You rah us, and you make the day a lot brighter. You, Katie, just everybody, Wendy, and sports fan Travis and Mr. Met, and the list goes on and on. Dennis and Real Bill and Ken. Oh my God, the list goes on, and I don't want to. I hate that I got to miss Charles, Michael. There's so many people. Michael Petruzzi, Jacob.
Everybody.
I'm sorry.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Each and every one of you have been fantastic. So you think this is great? Wait till Christmas. So, guys, I don't know if you have anything else to say, but I'm going to say happy Thanksgiving. I love each and every one of you. Stay well, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. And that's the last thing I'm going to say. Guys, if you have anything else, be my guest.
No, just happy Thanksgiving, guys. You guys are the reason why this show grows so much. We appreciate it. All of my fellow co-hosts here, plus Joe, everybody in the chat. Hope you guys have an amazing holiday. Thanksgiving, enjoy it. Watch some of the football games. Enjoy time with family, friends. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Safe travels if you're traveling. Do what you can to be safe. But enjoy your holidays. Spend time with your families. And then, sports comes second.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, George. You have a great time with your family. Evan, with your family. Sean, with yours. I know you're going to be working. We're going to be thinking about you, and we'll raise an eggnog glass for you. I promise. To each and every one of you, actually. Johnny Salami, can't thank you enough. And let's all come back Saturday at 3 p.m. Whoever could come back. Hopefully we'll get Nitin back. We'll get Chef Nick back, Evan, and the crew. All of you, whoever could come on, please let us know. And then, of course, the big one, the Wrestling Spectacular, the play-by-play of the Survivor Series with a lot of surprises that are going to come out of the Survivor Series. I, for one, can't wait. So
Right.
thank you, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. Evan, you have anything last to say?
Nothing much.
Good? Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving again. And gobble, gobble at midnight. And keep going, baby. Take care.